Today we're going to show you 5 easy to identify common edibles, plants if you like, that can be found throughout the UK. Okay, so our first one here, this is Navelwort. It's a succulent. You find it growing on the edge of hedgerows, dry stone walls, those kind of places, generally in the shade. As I said before, it is a succulent, so it's got a high water content. When it comes to eating plants, we want to go for the new growth, stuff that hasn't been damaged, stuff that hasn't been eaten by insects, and the newer, younger shoots. They'll be much less bitter, much more palatable and taste a lot sweeter. See what else we can find. Okay, here we have Goose Grass or sticky buds, easy identifiable, it sticks to you. This is the little balls of stickiness that you find after you've been walking through the woods and stuff. The plant itself, realistically you need to cook this first. The tender shoots, you can eat them raw. They're a bit fibrousy, so they're much better cooked up. You can take the little balls and you roast them up, you can make coffee out of them. They're not unpleasant. Okay, here we have the bramble, very easy to identify. Obviously it's covered in thorns and spikes, a weed in your garden. During the summer months, this is going to be covered in blackberries. Obviously we can't see them at the moment, it's spring. However, there are these little shoots. Now these little shoots, you take those, they are edible. So we're going to peel back the thorns, peel back the leaves. And we're left with the inside, which is like this green pith. Actually quite tasty. See what else we can find. Okay, so here we have the dandelion, really easy to identify. It's got the dandelion shaped leaves, we've got the distinctive yellow flowers and the little seed bud there as well, that my daughter says are apparently fairies. The plant itself is really versatile. We can use the whole lot of it. We can roast the roots up and make a coffee. We can eat the stems and the flowers. We can also eat the leaves. As with all plants, you want to go for the nice young growth. So with dandelions, they get very bitter as they get old. So we're going to identify a nice young growth, young leaf, and they're not too bad. Let's go and see if we can find some nettles. Okay, here we have stinging nettles. Again, really easy to identify, looking at the leaf shape there, and also they sting you as well. They look very similar to the dead nettle, very similar indeed, the only difference being the dead nettle doesn't sting you. They're both edible, however. When it comes to eating stinging nettles, again, we're going for the young leaf stuff, the baby leaves, new shoots, good to go. They do sting you, however. We can desensitize them by waving them over a fire using the heat. Our body heat will also desensitize them. So to do that, all we're going to do is wrap those stinging hairs that are on the outside of the leaves, wrap them in on themselves into a little ball, chew them up, and good to go. So there we have it, 5 easy to identify common edibles throughout the UK. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you again.